Good afternoon. How are you guys? I haven't done a video in a while, and I did want to get on here and do a couple of videos or do a video. I am on the go today in between clients and wanted to come on here and just talk about a few things. One of the new things that I'm adding to my business is being a death doula. What in the world is a death doula? People have asked me. A death doula or death midwife is somebody that comes alongside people at the end of life. The term also could be used end of life doula. So they come alongside, they help the family and the patient go through this whole process at the end of life. A lot of times at the end of life, there are a lot of questions, a lot of changes, a lot of emotions that someone has to go through. So an end-of-life doula helps them process those emotions, provides education and support, education on, even bringing up the subject of death, and this is the end of my life, and what am I going to do with it? And some would focus more on the death. To me, I focus on, okay, you have this time. What are you going to do with the amount of time that you have left? How do you want to die? And I know that's a very sensitive and taboo subject, but who do you want there? Do you want the ones you love all around you? Do you want soft music playing? There are some things that go along with death that we have no control over. We do have some control over the setting, over, how you want the atmosphere to be as best as it can. And if you want to be pain-free or as close to pain-free as possible, all of those things are something we can do something about. Also, being a hospice nurse, I know that pain can be controlled. Sometimes people are very hesitant of pain medicines, morphine and everything, but there's a time and a place for that. I run into families that, sometimes they really want their family member to be able to communicate with them. And I understand that, and sometimes you can hold back or pull back on some of the pain medicine, and sometimes, but ultimately you want the patient or the client to be as comfortable as they want to be. What is important to them? I find sometimes some caregivers try to control every little thing as it relates to the person getting to the end of life. And the bottom line is some things you can control and some things are in God's hand and we have no control. You can't control the environment. You can control pretty much now the pain because they have some great pain medicines out there for people. You can control your reaction to this whole process, and you can control how supportive you will be to the patient, to other family members as they go along this journey with the patient. Those are things that we control in this whole process. A doula helps everybody come to that place of acceptance about what is going to happen and how it's going to happen, and helps the patient and the family, or the client and the family, come to a place where they can do that. Also that, sometimes it's physical care that's needed. Or as a doula, I also provide vigil care. This is when someone is at the last few hours, days of life, and family members sometimes need a break because they've been with this this client or this patient or their loved one for hours, and they may need a few hour break, and I provide that by staying 6, 8, or whatever is needed, and just being there, coaching them through. I also use complementary measures along with the pain medications and stuff. Oils, I do gentle massage, Reiki, all of these other complementary therapies to bring people to a point of relaxation where their pain, and if they even have pain, sometimes people don't even have pain, but if that's the case, their pain and anxiety is managed in a better way using complementary therapies along with modern medical therapies. So that's just sort of an update about some of the things I'm doing. Every now and then I will put on here some things related to that as a end-of-life doula and as somebody who has chronic illnesses And you know, I'm at that lifespan past middle age, a little bit in the middle age. These are things talking about death and the reality that that is a reality. But what, like I said, what I want to focus on, how am I living to that time? And what am I doing to help myself? And I encourage others to live a quality life and to, you know, really seek out and have forgiveness and be with the ones that bring you joy and your family and friends, to really enjoy your life until the end of life. That's all we all can do. And if we do that to the best of our ability, when the end of life comes, and it will come for all of us, you will feel a little bit better about it. So that is my words today as I am on the run. And if you have comments, questions, or anything about this subject, please feel free to leave a comment. If this is something that like and share, if you feel like it was some information on here that can help somebody else. And if you are interested in me working with you as a end-of-life doula, my contact information and how you can contact me is in the About Me section of my YouTube. Have a very great day and live now gratefully, beautifully, and powerfully. Be blessed.